The question about Egypt's economy has always been sustainability. And now you are, a little further away from the lovely warm embrace of the International Monetary Fund. How are you going to ensure that the good performance that has happened over the past 3 years is continued? How do you make this stick?
Thank you very much, Richard. I believe it is true. It's a huge challenge to ensure that the GDP growth or the economic growth will continue growing and will be sustainable. I believe that structural reform of our economy will be key driver, ensuring that all the sectors will be contributing positively to this growth. The second is ensuring that this growth will be fairly distributed between all our sectors, all our population segments, between all our regions of our country and governorates, ensuring that we concentrate more on human capital development. We have to continue reforming our education. We have to continue investing more in education and health and improving productivity, sorting out all the challenges which are facing the private sector now.
Is what we read this morning about the stamp tax accurate? What's the plan and what's your view generally on reform of the taxation system?
I've heard something this morning, which I have to say it is not true. We are not aiming to increase taxes. We are aiming to stability in our tax policies, our custom policies. So I have to say very clearly what was published today, that the Ministry of Finance is planning to increase the stamp duty tax, is not true. We are demanding some changes to make the income tax law more friendly for investment-driven environment. So they said we need to get one. But again, I said, no change for our tax philosophy or our tax policy or our tax rate. It is only we need to get a new income tax law which will take into consideration what happened over the 15 years and put the income tax law of Egypt in a better shape and will be in a good drive for more investment and more good environment for the relationship between taxpayers and tax authority.
When I spoke to you this time last year, we talked a little bit about the Sovereign Wealth Fund, the proposed Sovereign Wealth Fund. I understand that has moved on, the plans for that has moved on, that there's a structure and a board of directors under consideration. Could you just tell us a little bit about where that is?
I think we are in the final stage. As a Ministry of Finance responsible to transfer the capital, I have already transferred part of the capital. I think the executive director or the managing director has been selected in the final stage for the final approval. I think the board of directors have been nominated and the prime ministerial decree has been issued. I believe the structure of the fund is now going on. So hopefully next month we'll see this wealth fund is operating. We've created another, I regarded wealth fund, the pension fund. For the first time, our pension fund will have in the 7 years more than 1.5 trillion Egyptian pounds. It will be the biggest institutional investor.